battlefield. When the final arrow ceased, every tower sent its warning through the smoke that covered peace. Fallen soldiers heard the echoes, wounded horses stood and still, and the sound crossed every trench line. Ancient bells rang over the battlefield. I thought the silence meant surrender, I thought the war had sealed our fate. Then heaven spoke through bronze and thunder, calling mercy through the gates. Ancient bells rang over the battlefield. Grace carried through the air. Mercy reached the tired and wounded, lying cold and helpless there. What the swords could never reconcile, holy echoes slowly healed. God called enemies to listen. Ancient bells rang over the battlefield. Some believed the bells meant victory, some believed they mourned the slain. Some removed their bloodied helmets and stood weeping in the rain. I had prayed to hear the war horns, to see every rival kneel, but the bells became a summons to bring healing to the field. Not a call to further violence, not a song for crowns or shields, but an invitation toward compassion for the broken on the field. Ancient bells rang over the battlefield. Grace carried through the air. Mercy reached the tired and wounded, lying cold and helpless there. What the swords could never reconcile, holy echoes slowly healed. God called enemies to listen. Ancient bells rang over the battlefield. Ring above my thirst for vengeance, ring until my anger steals. Let your voice outlast the shouting that once echoed through these hills. If I celebrate destruction, if my heart becomes like steel, send the bells across my spirit like they rang above the Ancient bells rang over the battlefield. Grace carried through the air. Mercy reached the tired and wounded, lying cold and helpless there. What the swords could never reconcile, holy echoes slowly healed. God called enemies to listen. Ancient bells rang over the battlefield. Ancient bells rang over the battlefield. And your bells rang through the twilight, while the smoke began to yield, and the Lord remained among them on the silent battlefield. Ancient bells rang over the battlefield. King David wept beneath the cedars when the messengers arrived. Every branch concealed his sorrow, every shadow heard him cry. Crowns could not restrain his anguish, harps could not restore the years. And the warrior who faced giants bowed beneath the weight of tears. what no victory could comfort, what no palace could make better. God remained beside his servant. David wept beneath the cedars. He remembered songs of triumph, he remembered sins concealed, he remembered every consequence that time had not yet healed. I had thought repentance ended all the sorrow of the past, till I learned that grace can hold us while the consequences last. Not every tear reveals rebellion, not every grief means faith has failed. Sometimes those who trust him deeply still must mourn what cannot be reclaimed. King David wept beneath the cedars. Grace stayed through the pain. Mercy heard the broken father calling out a cherished name. What no victory could comfort, what no palace could make better. God remained beside his servant. David wept beneath the cedars. David wept beneath the cedars. Meet me underneath the branches, meet me where my strength departs. Let me bring the grief I carry, let me bring my fractured heart. If my crown becomes too heavy, if no song can hold me better, sit beside me in the silence as you sat beneath the cedars. King David wept beneath the cedars. Grace stayed through the pain. Mercy heard the broken father calling out a cherished name. What no victory could comfort, what no palace could make better. God remained beside his servant. David wept beneath. King David rose beneath the cedars. Though his sorrow still remained, for the Lord had not abandoned those who worship through their pain. Bloodied banner stood in the rain when the marching finally stopped. Every crest was torn and heavy, every golden tassel dropped. Mud concealed the names of kingdoms, water blurred each royal stain. Still the poles remained uplifted, bloodied banner stood in the rain. I thought the colors proved our honor, I thought the victory hid the pain. Then heaven washed away our boasting, bloodied banner stood in the rain. Bloodied banner stood in the rain. Grace fell on every side, mercy stripped the flags of glory. Man had purchased through their pride what had led us into battle could not justify the slain. God exposed the cost of conquest, bloodied banner stood in the rain. One had flown above a fortress, one had crossed a foreign shore, one had led 1,000 soldiers who would never march once more. I had sworn to guard my banner, called its enemies profane, till I saw the grieving mother stand Wash the hatred from my veins. Let no tribe become an idol. Let no border master grace. If my loyalty demands blood, if I praise another's pain, bring me back beneath your kingdom, where all banners bow in rain. Bloody banners stood in the rain. Grace fell on every side. Mercy stripped the flags of glory. Man had purchased through their pride. What had led us into battle could not justify the slain. God exposed the cost of conquest. Bloody banners stood in the rain. Bloody banners bound by mourning, every color washed in plain. And the soldiers learned that mercy was the kingdom that remained. Bronze trumpets woke the valley before sunlight touched the stone. Every echo climbed the mountains, every sleeping guard had known. Torches moved along the ramparts, watchmen answered from the alley, and the scattered tribes assembled when bronze trumpets woke the valley. I thought the night would keep us sleeping. I thought our courage had grown weary. Then heaven sounded through the darkness. Bronze trumpets woke the valley. Bronze trumpets woke the valley. Mercy gathered frightened people from the shadow and the flame. What had scattered through oppression rose together faithfully. God awakened hope and courage. Bronze trumpets woke the valley. Some emerged from hidden caverns, some returned from distant farms. Some brought bread for tired soldiers, some brought children in their arms. I had thought the calm and battle, that the swords would settle all, but the trumpets call the people to rebuild the broken wall. Not a summons born from hatred, not a cry to conquer lands, but a call to guard the helpless and restore with faithful hands. Bronze trumpets woke the valley. Bronze trumpets woke the valley. Mercy gathered frightened people from the shadow and the flame. What had scattered through oppression rose together faithfully. God awakened hope and courage. Bronze trumpets woke the valley. Bronze trumpets woke the valley. Sound your trumpet through my slumber. Call me out from passive fear. Let me rise to serve the wounded. Let me know why I am here. If my spirit grows complacent, if I hide when duty rallies, let your purpose break the silence like bronze trumpets through the valley. Bronze trumpets woke the valley. Bronze trumpets woke the valley. Mercy gathers frightened people from the shadow and the flame. What is scattered through oppression rose together faithfully. God awaken hope and courage. Bronze trumpets walk the valley. Bronze trumpets walk the valley. Bronze trumpets walk the valley. Now the dawn came through the valley. And the dawn came through the haze. While the people stood together, ready for the work of grace. Carriage wheels broke before the gate as the royal convoy came. Every horse recoiled in terror, every guard concealed his shame. Gold was scattered through the roadway, silk was dragged beneath the weight. And the king stepped down in silence when the wheels broke at the gate. I thought the road would bow before him. I thought his wealth controlled his fate. Then heaven stopped the proud procession. Carriage wheels broke before the gate. Carriage wheels broke before the gate. Grace interrupted pride. Mercy brought the ruler downward from the throne where he could hide. What had carried him above them could not enter heaven's way. God confronted royal distance when the wheels broke at the gate. Outside waited hungry families, widows pleading to be heard, workers carrying empty baskets, prisoners waiting for a word. I had passed them from my carriage, never questioned why they stayed, till the broken axle forced me to stand with them by the gate. Not every interruption harms us, not every failure comes too late. Sometimes God destroys our comfort so compassion can await. Carriage wheels broke before the gate. Grace interrupted pride. Mercy brought the ruler downward from the throne where he could hide. What had carried him above them could not enter heaven's way. God confronted royal distance when the wheels broke at the gate. Break the wheels that keep me distant, break the comfort I defend. Let me walk beside the burdened, let me listen as a friend. If my status moves me past them, if my schedule will not wait, stop me long enough to notice those still standing by the gate. Carriage wheels broke before the gate. Grace interrupted pride. Mercy brought the ruler downward from the throne where he could hide. What had carried him above them could not enter heaven's way. God confronted royal distance when the wheels broke at the gate. Carriage wheels lay by the gateway, but the king walked home that day. circled the empty thrones where the conquerors once reigned. Every palace stood abandoned, every golden chamber stained or stained. Sand had covered royal pathways, wind passed freely through the stones, and the birds became the witnesses, circling above the empty thrones. I thought their kingdom stood forever, I thought their names were carved in stone. Then heaven emptied every palace, desert vultures circled the thrones. Desert vultures circled the empty thrones. Grace outlasted every crown. Mercy watched the proud dominion lose the power they had found. What had ruled through fear and hunger could not keep what it had owned. God remained when kings were absent. Vultures circled empty thrones. Every hall had heard the captives, every feast concealed their cries, every ruler called it glory, while the poor were left to die. I had envied royal chambers, dreamed of power as my own, till the desert showed the ending, waiting for oppressive thrones. Not every throne reflects his kingdom, not every crown receives his favor. Power built upon another suffering cannot stand before the Savior. Desert vultures circle the empty thrones. Grace outlasted every crown. Mercy watched the proud dominions lose the power they had found. What had ruled through fear and hunger could not keep what it had owned. God remained when kings were absent. Vultures circled empty thrones. Empty thrones. Empty every throne within me. Empty pride from every room. Let no hunger for dominion lead my spirit toward its doom. If I build my worth on power, if I seek to stand alone, let the wasteland teach me wisdom. Every human throne is temporary. Desert vultures circle the empty thrones. Grace outlasted every crown. Mercy watched the proud dominions lose the power they had found. What had ruled through fear and hunger could not keep what it had owned. God remained when kings were absent. Vultures circled empty thrones. Desert vultures crossed the desert. Shadows moved across the stones, and the Lord remained eternal over all the empty thrones. Floodwaters entered the royal camp. When the storm broke through the grave, every tent collapsed in darkness, every guard was swept away. Golden crowns fell from the tables, rolling where the currents swayed, and the river claimed their splendor, carrying the war cry. my ambition, watch the throne within my mind. Let me never build importance on the broken left behind. If I seek to rule through violence, if my pride demands its way, send the river through my kingdom, carry every false crown away. Flood waters carry the war crowns away. Grace humbled every king. Mercy broke the violent kingdoms built on suffering. What had glittered over battle could not make the current stay. God exposed the pride of rulers. Flood waters carry the crowns away. Carry the crowns away. Flood waters crossed the royal camp, and the sunrise found the clay where no crown remained above it. All the war crowns swept away. Carry the crowns away. Carry the crowns away. Harvesters return to the burned fields. When the armies left the land, every farmhouse stood in ashes, every fence lay in the sand. Still they carried seed in baskets, still they worked with wounded hands. And beneath the blackened furrows, hope returned across the land. I thought the fire had ended harvest. I thought no wounded earth could yield. Then mercy walked behind the farmers. Harvesters returned to the fields. Harvesters returned to the burned fields. Grace planted through the pain. Mercy placed a seed of promise in the soil that war had stained. What the enemy left barren would not stay forever sealed. God restored the ruined country. Harvesters returned to the fields. Harvesters returned to the fields. Some had buried sons beside them, some had lost their winter grain, some had lived beneath the rubble, some still trembled at the rain. I had thought rebuilding dishonored those who died upon the field, till the Lord revealed remembrance in each harvest we could yield. Not by hiding all the damage, not by claiming wounds were healed, but by working through the sorrow. sorrow. Place a plow within my hands. Let me work where grief has scorched me. Let new life reclaim the land. If the ground appears defeated, if no living root is revealed, teach me resurrection patience, like harvesters in burnt fields. Harvesters return to the burnt fields, grace planted through the pain, mercy placed a seed of promise in the soil that war had stained. What the enemy left barren would not stay forever sealed. God restored the ruined country, harvesters return to the fields. Harvesters return to the burnt fields, and the spring broke through the ground. For the Lord had hidden promise where only ashes had been found. Iron chains fell from the prisoners when the midnight worship rose. Every cell had learned their sorrow, every wall had heard their groans. Then the earth beneath them trembled, every locked foundation stirred, and the iron lost its power at the presence of the Lord. I thought the chains defined their future. I thought the prison sealed their fate. Then heaven entered through their praises, and every bond released its ways. Iron chains fell from the prisoners, grace shook the prison floor, mercy opened hidden doorways no human hand could force. What had held them through the darkness could not silence songs of faith. God brought freedom through their worship. Iron chains fell away. Some had waited there for justice. Some were guilty, some condemned. Some had lost all expectation. They would see the sun again. I had thought that freedom only meant escaping from the bars, till the Lord broke deeper prisons hidden underneath our scars. Not every chain is made of iron, not every cell has walls or gates. Some are forged from fear, chain around my spirit. Break the shame I cannot name. Break the fear that keeps me captive. Break the bitterness and blame. If the walls remain around me, if the night refuses day, let my worship rise like thunder till the hidden chains give way. Iron chains fell from the prisoners. Grace shook the prison floor. Mercy opened hidden doorways no human hand could force. What had held them through the darkness could not silence songs of faith. God brought freedom through their worship. Iron chains fell away, lay on the stones, but the prisoners chose to stay. For the Lord had freed their spirits before He opened up the way. Jericho's rubble became an altar when the dust began to clear. Every stone recalled the shouting, every crack revealed the fear. Walls that once had marked the promise lay in pieces on the ground, and the people raised their worship where the towers had fallen down. I thought the ruins meant an ending, I thought the broken stones brought shame. Then mercy claimed the place of judgment, and worship rose in heaven's name. Jericho's rubble became an altar. Grace rose from the stones. Mercy turned the place of conflict into worship for the Lord. What had stood against His promise now proclaimed His power louder. God received the grateful offering. Jericho's rubble became an altar. Some remembered years of waiting, some remembered every round, some had doubted in the silence when no fracture could be found. I had wanted instant answers, wanted fire before the trumpet, till the Lord revealed obedience in the walking and the waiting. Not by striking in our timing, not by choosing our own hour, but by walking as commanded, we became a witness to His power. Jericho's rubble became an altar. Grace rose from the stones. Mercy turned the place of conflict into worship for the Lord. What had stood against His promise now proclaimed His power louder. God received the grateful offering. Jericho's rubble became an altar. Build an altar from my failures, build it from the walls that fell. Let the ruins of my pride become a place where truth can dwell. If you break what I depended on, if my strongest refuge falters, let me worship in the rubble. Let the broken stones become an altar. Jericho's rubble became an altar. Grace rose from the stones. Mercy turned the place of conflict music into worship for the Lord. What had stood against his promise now proclaimed his power louder. God received the grateful offering. Jericho's rubble became an altar. Jericho's walls were gone by morning, but their stones still spoke thereafter. God can turn the place of falling into holy ground and altar. Every family walked in silence, every child held someone's hand. Cities disappeared behind them, foreign borders lay ahead. Still the faithful raised their lanterns for the weary being led. I thought exile meant no pathway, I thought the dark would hide the road. Then mercy placed a light before us, lanterns burned along the exile road. Lanterns burned along the exile road. Grace marked every mile. Mercy guided homeless people through the sorrow of the night. What the kingdoms took away from us could not take the God we knew. He remained beside the exiles. Lanterns burned whole night through. Some had carried temple fragments, some brought seeds from ruined farms. Some held scrolls beneath their garments, some held infants in their arms. I had thought the Lord was limited to the city we called home, till the wilderness revealed him, walking with us on the road. Not confined to walls or temples, not abandoned when we roam. God can make the road a sanctuary and the wandering heart his home. Lanterns burned along the exile road. Grace marked every mile. Mercy guided homeless people through the sorrow of the night. What the kingdoms took away from us could not take the God we knew. He remained beside the exiles. Lanterns burned the whole night through. Light my path through unfamiliar lands where nothing bears my name. Let your presence be my country. Let your promise stay the same. If I lose the place that formed me, if I carry every load, set your lanterns in the darkness, lead me down the exile road. Lanterns burned the whole night through. Lanterns burned along the exile road. Grace marked every mile. Mercy guided homeless people through the sorrow of the night. What the kingdom morning broke the gloom, and the Lord remained their homeland, though they journeyed far from home. Before the city gates, when the soldiers formed the line, every spear was raised above them, every order bore the king's design. They held portraits of their children, called the missing soldiers' names, and refused to leave in silence while the captives praised the campaign. I thought the gates would hide the rulers, I thought that gods would seal debate. Then grief became a voice of courage. Mother stood before the gates. Mother stood before the city gates. Grace strengthened every plea. Mercy gave the grieving courage to demand that truth be seen. What the past called a victory could not justify their fate. God heard every mother crying as they stood before the gates. One had lost her only daughter, one had buried 3 young sons, one still waited for a message from a battle never won. I had called their tears disruptive, said the grief should learn to wait, till the Lord revealed His justice in the voices at the gate. Not for vengeance or rebellion, not to seize the ruler's place, but to ask who bears the burden when ambition chooses grace. Mother stood before the city gates. Grace strengthened every plea. Mercy gave the grieving courage to demand that truth be seen. What the palace called a victory could not justify their fate. God heard every mother crying as they stood before the gates. Give me courage to stand with them. Give me ears to hear their pain. Let no title make me careless with the lies war cannot regain. If the power for them, if their sorrow has to wait, let me join the grieving mothers standing firmly at the gate. Mother stood before the city gates. Grace strengthened every plea. Mercy gave the grieving courage to demand that truth be seen. What the palace called a victory could not justify their fate. God heard every mother crying as they stood before the gates. Mother stood before the city gates till the rulers faced their names. Exiled soldiers crossed the wilderness with no homeland left behind. Every road dissolved in darkness, every map had lost its lines. Then a fire rose before them, higher than the funeral pyres, and the weary kept on walking, following the pillar of fire. I thought exile meant abandonment, I thought the desert held no guide. Then heaven burned across the darkness, and the pillar moved beside us. Exiled soldiers follow the pillar of fire. Grace led through the night, mercy gave the homeless warriors one unwavering light. What the kingdoms had rejected, heaven carried through the mire. God remained among the exiles. They followed the pillar of fire. Some had lost their wives and children, some had watched their cities fall, some still carried broken standards, though they served no crown at all. I had called myself forgotten, said no promise could survive, till the flame revealed that exile was not absence from his side. Not by knowing every distance, not by seeing where we arrive, but by trusting light sufficient, we continued through the night. Exiled soldiers followed the pillar of fire. Grace led through the night, mercy gave the homeless warriors one unwavering light. What the kingdoms had rejected, heaven carried through the mire. God remained among the exiles. They followed the pillar of fire. Lead me when I lose my country, lead me when familiar things expire. Let your presence be my shelter, let your word become my fire. If the desert keeps extending, if my strength begins to tire, keep me walking through the darkness, following the pillar of fire. Exiled soldiers follow the pillar of fire. Grace led through the night, mercy gave the homeless warriors one unwavering light. What the kingdoms had rejected, heaven carried through the mire. God remained among the exiles. They followed the pillar of fire. Exiled soldiers follow the pillar of fire. Grace led through the night, mercy gave the homeless warriors one unwavering light. What the kingdoms had rejected, heaven carried through the mire. God remained among the exiles. They followed the pillar of fire. Shepherds found the abandoned soldier near the edge of winter grass, half concealed beneath his armor, watching distant riders pass. There was blood across his shoulder, there was frost upon his hair, and the men who carried no weapons stopped to lift him from despair. I thought the battlefield had claimed him, I thought no mercy traveled there. Then humble shepherds crossed the valley and found a soldier in despair. Shepherds found the abandoned soldier. Grace came without a sword. Mercy wrapped the wounded stranger in the blankets they could afford. What his army left behind them was not hidden from the Father. God sent ordinary servants. Shepherds found the abandoned soldier. They gave water from their bottles, they removed his shattered shield. They refused to ask his banner or which kingdom he had served. I had thought a man's allegiance told me whether he was worthy, till the Lord revealed a neighbor in the soldier weak and dirty. Not because his hands were blameless, not because his cause was right, but because a life lay wounded and compassion saw his plight. Shepherds found the abandoned soldier. Grace came without a sword. Mercy wrapped the wounded stranger in the blankets they could afford. What his army left behind them was not hidden from the Father. God sent ordinary servants. Shepherds found the abandoned soldier. Make me stop beside the wounded, make me cross the field of fear. Let me ask no tribe or title before choosing to draw near. If the world abandoned someone, if the proud refuse to bother, give me mercy like the shepherds who found the abandoned soldier. Shepherds found the abandoned soldier. Grace came without a sword. Mercy wrapped the wounded stranger in the blankets they could afford. What his army left behind them was not hidden from the Father. God sent ordinary servants. Shepherds found the abandoned soldier. Shepherds carried home the soldier as the evening shadows gathered. And the Lord was seen in kindness when they rescued one abandoned. Broken bow, rested by the river where the final battle ceased. Its wooden limbs were split and useless, its torn string released in peace. Water moved beneath the branches, silver under evening shivers, and the weapon once raised proudly lay forgotten by the river. I thought the bow defined the archer, I thought his anger lived forever. Then mercy broke the weight he carried, and the bow rested by the river. The broken bow rested by the river, grace loosened every hand. Mercy called the tired warrior from the wars within the land. What had served his fear and vengeance could no longer be his giver. God became his strength and shelter. The broken bow rested by the river. He remembered every target, every face beyond the string, every order he had followed, every wound that arrows bring. I had thought my skill protected everything I hoped to deliver, till the Lord asked me to leave it with the bow beside the river. Not because all danger ended, not because no threats remained, but because the thirst for violence had become another chain. The broken bow rested by the river, grace loosened every hand. Mercy called a tired warrior from the wars within the land. What had served his fear and vengeance could no longer be his giver. God became his strength and shelter. The broken bow rested by the river. By the river. Break the bow of my resentment, break the string of hidden rage. Let forgiveness stop the arrows I have carried through the years. If old enemies still haunt me, if revenge returns to whisper, lead me down toward living water. Leave my broken bow beside the river. The broken bow rested by the river, grace loosened every hand. Mercy called the tired warrior from the wars within the land. What had served his fear and vengeance could no longer be his giver. God became his strength and shelter. The broken bow rested by the river. Stayed by the river while the stars began to shimmer, and the warrior walked home lighter, leaving vengeance with the river. WATCHFIRE survived the rain when the other flames had died. Every guard was soaked and weary, every trench had filled outside. Wind tore through the empty outpost, cold ran deep through every vein. Still one ember held the darkness, the last WATCHFIRE survived the rain. I thought the storm would end, now Let me keep one promise burning through the darkness and the rain. If my faith becomes a flicker, if I cannot rise again, breathe your life upon the ashes, let the watchfire still remain. The last watchfire survived the rain, grace burned through the night, mercy kept the tired watchmen gathered near its fragile light. What appeared too weak for morning still endured the wind and pain. God preserved the faithful ember. The last watchfire survived the rain. Last watchfire survived the rain, till the eastern clouds grew bright and the gods received the morning from the flame that lived all night. That lived all night. Wounded hands rebuilt the sanctuary. When the armies left the hill, every stone was dark with ashes, every sacred hall was still. Some had bandages around them, some could barely lift or carry. Still they gathered through the ruins. Wounded hands rebuilt the sanctuary. I thought their strength was lost and buried, then grace placed stones and trembling fingers. Wounded hands rebuilt the sanctuary. Wounded hands rebuilt the sanctuary. Grace worked through every scar. Mercy raised a place of worship from the wreckage left by war. What had suffered under violence was not lost or temporary. God restored his house through servants. Wounded hands rebuilt the sanctuary. One repaired the shattered doorway, one restored the altar stone, one relit the bronze lampstand there, though she worked and wept alone. I had thought I must be healed first before heaven chose to use me, till the Lord worked through my weakness and made broken hands still worthy. Not because the pain had vanished, not because their wounds were small, but because they kept on serving when they heard the sacred call. Wounded hands rebuilt the sanctuary. Grace worked through every scar. Mercy raised a place of worship from the wreckage left by war. What had suffered under violence was not lost or temporary. God restored his house through servants. Wounded hands rebuilt the sanctuary. Use these hands though they are trembling, use these scars though they remain. Let my wounds become compassion, let my labor rise through pain. If I feel too weak for service, if my strength seems ordinary, place a stone within my fingers. Let me help rebuild the sanctuary. Wounded hands sanctuary. Grace worked through every scar. Mercy raised a place of worship from the wreckage left by war. What had suffered under violence was not lost or temporary. God restored his house through servants. Wounded hands rebuilt the sanctuary. Rebuilt the sanctuary, and the lamps were lit once more. For the Lord had made the broken builders of his house restored. Young warriors buried the old king. When the winter ground was hard, every soldier laid his helmet near the ruler they had guarded. No bright trumpet praised his victories, no court poet chose to sing. Only shovels broke the silence as they buried the old king. I thought a crown escaped the ending. I thought the throne outlived all things. Then dust received the royal body. Young warriors buried the old king. Young warriors buried the old king. Grace, humble, crown, and name. Mercy taught the next generation. Power always fades away. What it ruled through many seasons could not stop the final spring. God alone remained eternal. Young warriors buried the old king. Some remembered his compassion, some remembered cruel commands. Some had followed him through famine, some had blood upon their hands. I had thought that age brought wisdom, that a crown made judgment clean. Till the grave revealed that rulers answer for the way they lead. Not every reign deserves a monument, not every song should praise a king. But each life must face the Father when the final bells begin. Young warriors buried the old king. Grace, humble, crown, and name. Mercy taught the next generation. Power always fades away. What it ruled through many seasons could not stop the final spring. God alone remained eternal. Young warriors bury the old king. Teach us through the fallen ruler. Teach us what no throne can bring. Let us lead with fear of heaven, not become another king. If authority is given, keep our hearts from worshiping. All the power death will silence when the young must bury king. Young warriors buried the old king. Grace, humble, crown, and name. Mercy taught the next generation. Power always fades away. What it ruled through many seasons could not stop the final spring. God alone remained eternal. Young warriors buried the old king. Young warriors buried the old king. Grace, humble, crown, and name. Mercy taught the next generation. Power always fades away. What it ruled through many seasons could not stop the final spring. God alone remained eternal. Young warriors buried the old king. Young warriors left the hillside when the evening bells would ring. and they carried home the warning, every crown must meet its ending. Zion's children sang among the ruins when the morning crossed the wall. Every street was filled with ashes, every tower scarred from fall. Still their voices rose together, clear above the shattered stones. And the city heard a future in the songs they carried home. I thought the ruined silence worship, I thought their hope had been undone. Then mercy spoke through younger voices, Zion's children began to sing. Zion's children sang among the ruins, grace rose from the ground. Mercy gave the broken city a new and living sound. What the fire could not extinguish moved through every daughter and son. God placed hope inside their singing. Zion's children sing among the Some had never seen the temple, some were born beneath the siege. Some had learned to sleep through thunder, some still trembled in their dreams. I had feared the next generation would inherit only wounds, till I heard them singing promise in the shadow of the ruins. Not because the lives were painless, not because the war was gone, but because the Lord had taught them how to hope and carry on. Zion's children sang among the ruins, grace rose from the ground. Mercy gave the broken city a new and living sound. What the fire could not extinguish moved through every daughter and son. God placed hope inside their singing. Zion's children sang among the ruins. Teach the children songs of mercy, not the hatred we have known. Let them build where we left ashes, let them reap where we have sown. If our failures shape their future, if our wars have left them wounded, give them stronger songs than sorrow. Let them sing among the ruins. Zion's children sang among the ruins, grace rose from the ground. Mercy gave the broken city a new and living sound. What the fire could not extinguish moved through every daughter and son. God placed hope inside their singing. Zion's children sang among the ruins. Zion's children sang among the ruins. Till the rebuilding had begun. And the stones received the promise from each daughter and each son.